Shane Gillis' ESPYs monologue wasn't great, but not for the reasons you think. The 2025 ESPY Awards will likely be remembered for Shane Gillis' monologue, even if the comedy was largely forgettable. Gillis, a stand-up comedian and the co-creator and star of Netflix's Tires, is probably best known for lasting like 4 hours at Saturday Night Live. Lorne Michaels felt compelled to fire Gillis after some non-PC clips of a 2018 episode of Matt and Shane's secret podcast were resurfaced, though he has gone on to host the show twice. By now, you've probably read both praise and criticism on Gillis' monologue. He's that kind of comic. Gillis is wildly popular among his base and controversial among non-fans. This was always going to go some sort of way, and ESPN executives knew that when they gave Gillis the gig. Gillis has appeared on the network's College Game Day show, where he famously got into it with Nick Saban, an all-time great college football coach and an analyst on the popular ESPN program. Saban might not have an all-time great sense of humor. There were some positives from Gillis' ESPYs monologue. First of all, he dressed better than I'd expect, so there's that. Gillis' respect for the audience largely stopped there. Though Gillis had some tough, even by modern award show standards, punchlines for some of the guests in attendance and others who were not, he started off light and agreeable. Oklahoma City Thunder star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is here, give it up for SJ. Hell yeah bro, Gillis said. And now, everyone sitting around him is in foul trouble. It's a good opener. A nice B+ joke that eases the audience into things, and comments on how the NBA overprotects its star players. It says Gillis is here to poke fun, not poke the bear. That was short-lived. Megan Rapinoe isn't here, Gillis said next. Nice. That was the joke, and it was where things started to go sideways for the monologue. For Gillis fans, a punchline of nice and a smirk is kind of a staple of his persona. It's almost a catchphrase. The joke is polarizing, sure, but so is Rapinoe to Gillis' base and vice versa. Rapinoe, the U.S. soccer great, in 2016 kneeled during the national anthem in support of Colin Kaepernick. She's ripped the NCAA in front of Congress and has called out U.S. soccer in a discrimination suit. The joke got some laughs. It was still early on in the benefit of the doubt time. Gillis saved the moment somewhat. No? We're gonna pretend she's a good time, he said. All right. Being unbothered by the negative reception of a joke or opinion is another Shane Gillis hallmark. He rolls with the punches as well as he throws punches. Gillis is an anomaly. He presents as a right-wing good ol' boy, but he's not ignorant. Gillis does not fit neatly into the box that people project on him, and that can be confusing for crowds and critics. Like, what do you do when Shane Gillis makes Trump jokes? Let's find out. Donald Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn, Gillis said to a crowd that included some UFC greats. The last time he staged a fight in D.C., Mike Pence almost died. It took some time, but the joke, a reference to the January 6, 2021, attack on the U.S. Capitol worked. It even got an applause break. It was as if the crowd collectively thought, oh wait, is he on our side politically? It's another regular occurrence at a Shane Gillis show where preconceived notions, one way or the other, don't work out. There was supposed to be an Epstein joke here. Gillis continued to roll at the ESPYs, gesturing to the teleprompter, but I guess it got deleted. It probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually. He quipped. Let's move on as a country and ignore that. Gillis does not let you pin him down. It's the political comedy you didn't expect to get out of a big guy who looks like that and pals around with Joe Rogan. We're doing well here, both in terms of topical comedy and audience reception. But just as quickly as Gillis got his good guy status back among the Dolby theatergoers, he called out Karl-Anthony Towns in a reference to viral memes that depict the New York Knicks star as an effeminate defender of the basketball. The New York Knicks had a great season. Applause. Karl-Anthony Towns is here. Hey Gwirl. Perhaps surprisingly, that one actually went over all right, which is really unfortunate for KAT. The mostly positive reaction to what was effectively a gay joke seems to indicate that a crowd full of Towns' fellow professional athletes lost the proper public response to such material to a subconscious sense of agreement with its concept. That cannot feel good regardless of whether you think the joke sucks or not.